In an I-Team follow-up tonight, several animals have now been seized from a Fort Worth property, a property that is also the site of an illegal dump. Well, the I-Team's been digging into the land and its owner for months now. Andrea Lucia here with an update. Andrea?
Yeah, the property has a history of complaints, cockfighting, and illegal dumping, but it is the recent appearance of several animals that brought officers out this time. We were there last month when a trailer dropped off half a dozen horses along this rural stretch of Randall Mill Road. Now, just weeks later, they're in the custody of the city of Fort Worth. Officers with animal control, code enforcement, police, and the sheriff's office worked together to round them up this week. They wouldn't tell us why, citing an ongoing investigation. The seizure comes less than a month after the I-Team first exposed an illegal dump on this property and the massive tax breaks its owner is getting. Tarrant Appraisal District records show the land is worth nearly $1.4 million, but the owner has paid less than $200 a year in property taxes since 2017, thanks to an agricultural exemption. According to an application filed that year, the property was home to horses, chickens, and goats. But when the I-Team visited the address on multiple occasions this spring, we found no sign of those animals, just 2 donkeys. Then the Tarrant Appraisal District asked the owner to reapply for the exemption, and the horses suddenly showed up. We got a hold of TAD records stating the owner claimed the horses stayed on the property year-round, but inspectors said the evidence indicated otherwise, noting there were very little droppings and no well-used paths leading to and from the grazing areas. Tonight, a spokesperson for TAD confirms the agency has denied the application and revoked the exemption. So this is your property line?
Yes.
Then there's the matter of the illegal dump.
There's enough tires and shingles back there to light this whole place on fire.
The I-Team pulled records that show police and the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality investigated the dump more than 2 years ago and ordered the property owner and manager to clean it up. But that hasn't happened.
It's disappointing to know that the city and TCEQ are allowing the water that leaves that property where the shingles and debris is ending up in the Trinity River.
Property records show the land is owned by Dorex Incorporated, a company with no website or phone number we could find. Its address is this home in Dallas. The only name in the business filings is Shahida Ijaz. According to a TCEQ report from May of 2022, investigators communicated with Ijaz's son, Shahzad Chaudhry, and listed him as the owner of the property, which Chaudhry has denied. He is better known as Raja Chaudhry, a one-time Democratic candidate for Congress, whose website touts his support for the environment. He has repeatedly refused to speak with the I-Team or answer our questions. This week, through his attorney, though, he said his mother owns the property, but that she is out of the country and too sick to travel and take care of corporate matters with the property. While Chaudhry won't speak to us, Councilmember Gina Bivens says she's made contact with him.
Well, I called him, and we were able to have a conversation about his plans. He talked about and sent me a copy of an agreement that he had with TCEQ, but it's not signed. And so, until you got names on the lines, you have no agreement.
According to the TCEQ, the agreement includes a $15,000 fine. Bivens says once it's signed, there's a 30-day deadline to clean up the site.
From what I know from the conversation that I did have with him, he wants to have all the resources lined up. There's equipment needed to bring these tires out. There's equipment needed to get this trash hauled off. And I got the impression from him as well that he really did want to get this cleaned up.
Through his attorney, Chaudhry would not confirm the conversation with Bivens, but did say he and his brothers are trying to address the issues with the property, even though they have no legal responsibility whatsoever. Chaudhry was not at the animal seizure this week. Another man was.
Can I ask you some questions?
But he hid from our cameras and left without providing any answers. The agreement from the TCEQ has a deadline of Monday. If it's not signed by then, the agency could sue the owner along with the property manager, who we have been unable to reach.
Okay, Andrea, so a lot of moving parts there, right? And still some unanswered questions that we're going after. But let's go back to the beginning of that, where we talked about the animals and the donkeys. What's happening to them?
Yeah, animal control rounded up one of them at the seizure this week, but couldn't find the other. Remember, though, this property is 70 acres and heavily wooded, so they do think he's back there somewhere. And once he shows up, he will be taken into city custody until a court hearing can happen. Back to you.